All right. Hi, hello everyone. I just opened a whole tab. Give me a sec. Hello everyone. Hi, we're back. Week 5 of the FDL Season 8. We were against Flareblitz and their team Make It Rain. It's fun. But this should be an interesting week because I've been a bit distracted by this little game by Hollow Knight Silk Song called Hollow Knight Silk Song. And it's very, 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 very good. But it's very distracting as well. I'm not gonna lie. I was there were multiple points where I was like, I should really team build right now. And it's like, but like Silk Song's right there. Like I think I wanna play Silk Song actually. And I have a lot of time in that game, even though it's been out for what, 2 days? So yeah, I mean seriously, it's pretty good. You could tell. I still don't know. I guess flat rules. I guess yeah. All right, well, good enough. Yeah, it's been like 2 days. I have 20 hours in it. It's a little bit less than it sounds, honestly, but it's still a bit. I don't know. Whatever. It's not that big. It's not that important. What is important is right now. It's week 5 against Flareblitz, and we're just about to get into this. Just send it now. It's fine. Yeah. All right. Raging Bolt Star Steel, Meowstick Star Ghost. Raging Bolt is Star Steel. Hold on, let's get a team set up first before we actually just get into this. Meowstick is Ghost, we saw that, so we can't. Probably Mental Orb if anything. Lucario is Flying, Latias is Steel, Chiyu is Fairy, Premier is Water. Okay. So not a lot of mons. Actually, a good amount of mons don't like Manchow. This is a decent team at Ogerpon for Ogerpon to deal with, but not like amazing. It's just like fine. They don't have Prankster. They never had Prankster Tailwind. They don't have Shaman, which is the big problem, really. I'm just gonna do a pretty basic setup here. It's not amazing into Chiyu. And it's also not amazing into like early Latias stuff, but I think we can deal with it. If they're running like this could be a problem if they're running screens with Meowstick, but I think we can burn Terra at the very least. So that'll be nice. I think we can work with this. It's not perfect, but I think we can work with this. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. Yeah. When you bolts that, Lucario's Terra Flying. The Terra types didn't change too much about like what's happening. Technically, yes, it would in theory. But I don't have much time to think about it, so it's just how it is. Latias, Chiyu, and Primarina. Let's see what they are leading with. Brimstar Water, that's kind of scary. I used to think it's probably Specs, if anything. Regigo Mastic, that's not awful. I don't hate that at all. It's just not exactly what I was looking for. It's pretty scary for... I guess we'll see if it's Booster Energy here. Hold on, now let's make sure. Here, yeah. No Booster Energy, that's good to know. I think I'm going to SD first turn. I mean, it's not like amazing, I guess, but... I mean, we can fake out the Raging Gold for now. If it starts Steel, that's not a bad matchup in Manchow, so I think we can go for it. I'm down to run this, honestly. If we just trade fake outs here, that's fine too, honestly. It wouldn't be awful. Surely not, though. I feel like they're probably... Well, they are Targos, but they're not so I could use it immediately. Let's see what happens here. I mean, we're probably faster than Meowstick. Okay, they set Reflect. That makes sense, so it does check out. I'm not happy about that, but it is just how it is, yeah. Okay. Let's see, +2 Ogerpon against Reflect boosted. Probably decently bulky, but not like insanely bulky. Probably not get a kill here, realistically, I don't think. So let's see boosted Ivy Cudgel. Let's see Terrestrialized Ivy Cudgel here. Does almost kill, but it's not enough. Actually, I think it might be enough after Chip. I actually don't know if I have to do that at all, because we can technically attack here. Oh, let's think about this. If we attack here, how much time do we have? I can't see with the background, whatever. So if we attack here with Play Rough, it does about half. It is over half, it's much over half. But it's not guaranteed to, I guess. So we can technically just Poison Jab here if we want to make sure we get the kill. Or we CC. I think CC is better because we're going to want to go anyway, so I guess it's fine. Yeah, this is fine, I think. Because we are faster, I mean. Worst case, they're T-Wave, which is annoying, obviously, but we don't necessarily know they are, I guess, but seems likely. They are gonna Terra here. That's I don't know, because I don't know how much CC is doing into Terra Steel. Probably a good amount. I mean, that does a lot actually. That does crap ton, so we should probably kill them, depending how this looks here. Oh, they're yawning. Okay, that makes sense. That does make a lot of sense. Yeah. Okay, so this is gonna be resisted, obviously. It still does some chip, but we might be able to get the kill here. I'm not so sure about that. Most it's pretty bulky actually, so maybe not. It does get the kill. Nice. That's huge. I'm glad I made that pincer play like that. I was considering not, but it definitely worked out, I think, yeah. So we're not going to be boosted here, but we took out the Raging Bolt, which is a pretty nasty threat. Chi is probably not Scarf then, I'm thinking? I don't know why I get this vibe. I'm just... I don't have exact reason for that, but it feels right, honestly. It's most likely if they're switching to... Okay, that means that makes me think it's Protect Prim. So we might have to switch out here, which is sad. Which is kind of a pain, I'm not gonna lie. It's actually a big pain, yeah. We should live a Dazzling Gleam, so it should be okay, but... I'm gonna make that call here. I'm gonna Poison Jab the Prim, although under Reflect it's gonna do a lot less. Let me see, under Reflect Prim. Does a bit under half, which is not great, but honestly, it's kind of worth it. It's honestly kind of worth it for a Horn Leech later on. Hold on, how much is Horn Leech doing without boosts to Prim? That does a lot, so I think this is worth it then. Getting chip on this thing is way more important than I think, honestly. We could get pincered by Meowstick and Boomerang here, but I'm not sure we will. Okay, light screen goes up. I don't think that matters for now. I mean, we do a flutter in the back, but it's not going to matter from the short term, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. That did a lot, actually. I'm kind of surprised how much that did. Huh. We get the Poison, too, so that actually might come in clutch. I'm not sure if that'll kill necessarily, but it might get close. We get knocked down. We don't get knocked into Sash. That's really funny, actually. We actually just tanked that, which is goated. Is Terra water, so they could... No, they already Terra'd. Right, of course. I don't think we can taunt here, but we can Snarl. Or we can set Tailwind if we want to make sure we don't get Chi'd later on. I think that's the call. I'm gonna... Do we attack into the Meowstick? I'm not sure we need to. Because we have Flutter in the back, I'm not sure we need to, but it's not a bad idea, I guess. I'm attacking to Prim. Here. It's not the best call necessarily, but I like it. Yeah, I do enjoy that play necessarily. Or mostly. We do take out the Prim. That's very good. I feel like most of their offensive pressure is gone, actually. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but with Tailwind up, with everything going on, I think we're in a really good spot, yeah. Genuinely. The question is, do we want to... They have Psyshock, by the way, so let's make that clear. It is Hyper Voice. I'm thinking it's probably not Specs then on the Prim. I could be wrong there, but... I don't know what I do here, because if it's Chi-Yu, I think this is a better call, but it's not necessarily the right call. Because it could be Latias, it could be Lucario, I don't know. Latias, okay, that's not awful. It could be better, but it's not awful. So it's probably Light Clay or Mental Herb. Honestly, we can find out right now. I actually don't mind that. I think I am going to Snarl here because it's 2 Psychic types out. Like, I feel like it's just like a good idea overall. How much is Play Rough doing into Latias with Reflect up? Reflect and Light Screen for the record. Should be doing about half, so that's honestly worth it in my eyes. Yeah, I think that's good. I think it's a perfectly reasonable play to make. That is way over half. Okay, that was either a good roll or it's just not that bulky. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. I don't know what they do to Murkrow here, I'm gonna be honest. If it's Reflect, Light Screen, Psyshock. Okay, they know Murkrow is a threat. If they don't take out Murkrow, they're gonna lose. They know that. Because Meowstic doesn't have anything to hit it. Yeah, okay, yeah. So we target this thing now. Definitely. I think it should be wrapped up, honestly. At least game one. I think game one we probably have this in the bag. I'm gonna go for the Meowstic here, but it's not necessarily the right call. Just gonna hit it hard. Okay, decent amount of damage. The big thing is that we, I don't think Meowstic can hit Murkrow anymore, so I think it's just GG this game one. So that's great. I mean, it's Draco on the Latias. Not really that surprising. Wouldn't be surprised if it was Soul Dew. That didn't really look like... Hold on, I have to see. That didn't really look like Crazy Calcs or anything. Yeah, I think that's it. But anyways. In terms of the calcs against Draco Meteor against this guy, Murkrow, how much health do we have? Is it going to show us? Crap, I might have misplayed there, because I wanted to see how much health I had left. Okay. I think it was about half. I'd have to see though. So this probably checks out that it's max attack or max special attack. Maybe Soul Dew, maybe not. Once again, I don't remember exactly what the calc was, so I'm thinking it's Covert Cloak, considering it's not... Yeah, I think it's Covert Cloak because it's not Mental Herb. But it could be... sorry, I'm misspeaking a lot here. I'm misspeaking a lot. Because Meowstic is Terra Ghost, I think Latias is Covert Cloak, but I can't confirm that because I have no way to directly. I think we're in a decent position right now. Obviously the Chi-Yu is a big threat. I think I want to play around the Chi-Yu coming back, which makes me want to run early game, like early game Manchow Iron Treads with Fluttermane and maybe Ogerpon in the back. I don't want to lose to, what's it called, the that one guy. So I'd rather do this, I think. Prim. Jesus Christ, Primarina. I'd rather not lose to Primarina, so I think I'm going to do that. Let me see what else we have marked down. We have no booster energy on Raging Bolt. We haven't seen an attack from it, have we? I could be wrong about that, but I think that's correct. Because we fake outed it. It didn't heal or anything. It's not leftover. It's not booster energy. What is it then? Is it Magnet or something like that? I guess that makes sense, but I think I'd like to see that on it. So Psyshock. We don't know the last move on Meowstic, but it could be like Sunny Day. I could see Sunny Day being the case. Because if they had T-Wave, I think they would have clicked T-Wave by now. At this point, I think they would have clicked T-Wave by now. So, I don't know. I'm really uncertain. I'm almost sure it is Mental Herb on Meowstic, but once again, I can't confirm that necessarily. Do we see it outspeed anybody, really? Not really. It's most likely just bulky, but it didn't really take hits that well, so maybe it's Spadef bulky? I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I'm pretty uncertain about right now, in terms of like what they're actually running. The Latias we didn't see anything of, really. We just know it's Draco Meteor, that's it. Latias is Steel, Chi-Yu is Fairy, for the record. I have Terra type wise. Oh, whoops, I put the wrong ones. Is Steel, there we go. Alright, so let's see how this goes here. I don't know if that's necessarily a good adaptation I made, but it's at least an adaptation. I'm just going to see what they go for here. Raging Bolt doesn't do that well into Iron Treads for a lot of reasons. Okay, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good start, yeah. I think so, at least. If it is not... No, we should outspeed, even if it's Scarf, because we are that, yeah. Okay, yeah, I think that's a good call. I think so. Because I don't really care about what that thing's going for. I care much more about the Chi-Yu, obviously. So I think I'd rather just find out, I guess, kind of. I might just Terra Ground Raging Bolt and just kill it. But they could go into Latias, I guess. But we have Ice Spinner in the back. I don't know. I don't hate that. Because if we... I'd have to check the calc again. Because they don't have anything up. We're assuming it's like a slightly bulkier one, but it's not like insanely bulky. Terra Ground. High horsepower. Wait, why is that doing nothing? Wait, what? Oh, I didn't change... That's why. I was wondering why it wasn't changing the calc at all. I don't actually need to Terra here, but I'd like to... I'm gonna go for Chi-Yu, I think. Yeah, that's probably the right call. Oh, they switch. Unless they're protecting on Chi-Yu, that was a good call on my part, I think. Star Fairy Chi-Yu, to be fair, so they could play around that, but I think it's fine for now. Okay, fake out. And we horsepower. Probably is a dead Chi-Yu, though. Nice! Nice, nice, nice. Alright. I'm assuming they probably didn't see I was booster speed, because I think they would have maybe put that differently otherwise, but I don't know. Maybe they just expected the Raging Bull to be targeted. Which is fair. Raging Bull is a pretty big threat in their team, but Chi-Yu I think is a much bigger one. I'm gonna be honest. I think that's way more of a threat, yeah. Because we don't know what the Latias is going for, I think it's actually semi-safe to... I'll worry about it later. Okay, here's the big boy threat. It's Prim here. That thing's way bigger of a threat than Latias. So I'm gonna hold that we might just be slower here, and I'm just gonna double the Prim. Like, that's just how it is. If they click Iron Hit, or they click Tailwind, they click Tailwind, you know? It's okay. We're at least gonna get an Iron Head off, so we might be able to negate that, kind of. Okay, here's where I wouldn't have minded. Oh, that's why it's doing no damage, because I had both screens up accidentally. I was wondering why. I swear I calculated before that Terra Ground would almost kill a full health Raging Bolt, but I had screens on, which is why it wasn't killing like I thought it would, effectively killing. It's actually a 50-50. I didn't notice before now. Actually, it's a 50-50 it kills. Which is not great, but I mean, if we get a fake out pressure on it, it's actually pretty good. They're gonna Terra here. I'm assuming that's probably the Latias. I mean, what's the Prim? Okay, they just want to destroy this thing, which I totally get. There's some pretty big threats on the field right now. They also get rid of the Fairy type, of course. That makes so much more sense now. Yeah, okay. We're gonna Iron Hit here. It's not gonna do much, obviously. I know that. We're gonna poison jab as well. Hopefully it poisons. If worst case it doesn't, and it does poison. Good luck here. Even if it doesn't, it's okay. But yeah. So it's actually slower Latias, which is interesting. They actually are going to take out both our mons most likely if they're clicking Hyper Voice here. Now I did do some calcs for that kind of, but not for Terra Water. I was assuming not Terra Water. Oh, they flinched! Oh my god, that feels a little bad, but it's just how it is, honestly. Jesus. Okay. I will simply... I'm going to play it safer. I'm going to CC this, and I'm going to Ice Spinner the Latias, I think. Yeah, I think that's the call. Definitely pretty damn lucky there, I'm not going to lie. Just missed ball on the Latias. Did over half. CC should take it out? Yeah, it does take it out. Yeah. Okay. We don't know what else Latias has, but most likely it's got Aura Sphere, I'm assuming. I don't know if that's for certain, but I think they just want to take it both out. This would have been such a different game if I didn't get that flinch. That was crazy. That was a nuts flinch, I'm not gonna lie. That truly was. Oh my goodness, that did so much. Oh, he has a crit. I was gonna say, why did that do 100,000 damage? But yeah, that makes way more sense, yeah. This is not over yet at all, but definitely is a good spot, I can't deny. This is a good spot, but it's not over, definitely. I'm gonna go to Ogerpon here. We should live everything from Raging Bolt. And they can't Thunderclap the Iron Shreds. So I think this is a mildly safe play. There's issues with it, I know, but we have Terra still. We have Fake Out Pressure now. We should. In theory, we should have Fake Out Pressure. Obviously not confirmed, but yep, Thunderclap, we called it. Nice. Which, by the way, I am Terra Ground on the Menchoka, so I could have done that, actually. I'm thinking about it, but I didn't really want to go for that, because we do have 2 mons in the back. We can't just, like, use our resources there. Which is fine. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. I think we are just going to play rough here. And higher horsepower with the Raging Bolt. We can actually Terra if we want to. I think that'll probably be safer. It's at least going to do a lot more damage. Most likely that should be it. I mean, I can't confirm that necessarily, but with Fake Out Pressure, with... I haven't seen Protect yet from Raging Bolt. It makes me think it probably doesn't have Protect. I'd have to see that, obviously. I don't actually know. But, yeah, I mean... Most likely this will do a lot. Oh my god, just take it out. Damn. So I think we won the 50-50 there. That was pretty lucky. But, yeah, that's just how it is. GG's Flareblitz. That was a pretty quick one, but, it's just how it is sometimes. I am pretty happy with my prep, even though it was a little bit cut short, obviously. I think I did play around everything pretty well. I think if they had gone for Fake Out Pressure more so with Meowstic, it would have been a bit better spot on their end, but I totally get going for screens, but I am just like a really, really hard blitz offense. So we kind of just pushed past that. I don't deny that we got a little bit lucky there with the flinch with Ironhead. That was definitely the luckiest moment in the match by far. That totally changed the whole match, like, right there. I don't think it would, to be fair, I don't think it was over at that point if they got that Hyper Voice off, but it definitely would have been a much better spot for them. Like, obviously, yeah, that would have been much easier for them to play around. But honestly, with speed control, with everything we have going on, I think it was pretty good overall. I would have loved to see Chi do something, but that first turn, the read I got there was pretty nice. I definitely almost went for the Raging Bolt, to be fair. It would have been a lot worse off for me if I had done that, but I definitely just was like, eh. The Chi is much bigger with rather than Raging Bolt. It kind of doesn't really do much in my team overall. At least what I had there, especially. I think it was Fluttermane, Ogerpon, Murkrow, Mienshao. Or no. It was Ogerpon, Mienshao, Fluttermane, Iron Shreds. And that comp, you can't touch it with Raging Bolt, really. So that was kind of an easy way to play around it. It's just kind of ignore the Raging Bolt until it became a problem. In which case I just switched, and I could have Terra'd as well, so all's well that ends well. GG's the Flareblitz. It was a good match, though, I think overall. That was easily like the worst turn there. That first turn, game 2, was easily like the deal breaker there, in terms of making it easier for them at least. Much harder of a game to win there. I didn't really have to bring Inteleon and all. I'm kind of happy about that, because it was pretty weak to a lot of stuff. It did a lot of damage in theory, but not against the mons they had. It's mostly Chi-Yu, Latias, Raging Bolt was what I wanted to use it on, but the Shaman and the Cleaver as well would have been nice into it, but it didn't end up working out. It's all good. But I think that's going to be it from me. I think, now I'd have to check, but I think we're more or less confirmed for the playoffs. Yeah, once again, I'm not 100% on that, but 4 and 1 seems pretty good to me. At the very least, we'll go 4 and 3, which probably is enough. I mean, it's top 8 of both, isn't it? So I think it's probably fine. But either way, that is going to be it from me. Have a nice day, everyone, and goodbye. See ya.